Hello everyone. I have prepared this dictation of 500 words at the speed of 90 words per minute. If you guys practice this thoroughly and sincerely, then the required speed of 80 words per minute for Rajasthan District Code exam will definitely seem very easy to write. Practice this passage multiple times to gain perfection. All the best.
The orders passed by the adjudicating authority and the appellate authority impugned before this court have denied the benefit of refund under the scheme of Section 54 of the CGST Act 2017 on considerations which are not legally permissible and are against the statutory prescription and the legislative object full stop. The impugned orders proceed on erroneous assumptions and presumptions full stop. The premise on which the claim for refund has been outrightly rejected is that the output sales is to the extent of 70% of goods having 10% duty only and input to is majorly of 10% rate full stop. On that basis, it has been concluded that the rate is more or less the same full stop. This approach that rate is more or less the same runs contrary to the statutory scheme full stop. This patently violates not only the letter but also the spirit of the law full stop. The statutory prescription being that where the credit has accumulated on account of rate of tax on inputs being higher than the rate of tax on output supplies is sought to be substituted on the consideration that where the rate of tax is more or less the same full stop. That would amount to altering the legislative scheme full stop stanza. Once all the inputs and output supplies on comparative basis lead to a situation where the rate of tax on inputs is higher than the rate of tax on output supplies, the scheme of refund is required to be given full effect to and it cannot be denied on such considerations that rate of tax on comparative analysis is more or less the same full stop. This at the same time perilously borders perversity because the rate of tax on many inputs is much higher than the rate of tax on output supplies full stop, while rate of tax on certain inputs is 18% and 28%. None of the output supplies attracts rate of tax beyond 10% full stop. Then how the rate of tax could be said to be more or less the same full stop. Further, on facts also it is found that 100% cotton goods are only 50% of the total goods and the rest is cotton dominated blends for which other inputs have rates of 18% whereas output rate is 5% full stop. Balance outputs are synthetic dominated blends and 100% polyester for which inputs bear rates of 12% and 28% full stop stanza. The factual assertions made in this regard in the writ petitions have not been denied by the respondents full stop. Therefore, we have to accept the submission of learned counsel for the petitioner that even if the overall rate of all inputs is marginally higher than rate of output supplies, the accumulation of unutilized input tax credit on such account will bring it within the net of inverted duty structure full stop. The other ground of rejection of claim of refund is equally unsustainable in law as it proceeds on the ground that the claim of refund is mainly due to high input purchases and they were in stock during the claim period full stop. Rule 89 of the CGST Rules 2017 envisages that total ITC claimed on inputs during the claim period gets consumed in respect of the turnover of the claim period full stop.